Hi, teammates. Welcome to Bro, I Know Sports. I'm your host, Chelsea, and this is my introduction video. I decided to give you all a little background about myself and why I decided to start this podcast. If you're a sports girly and you love sports, then this podcast is for you. If you're a person who's interested and curious to know more about sports, then this podcast is for you. If you're a guy and you're just here to see how pretty I am and if I actually know sports, then you can stay. This podcast is for you as well. Now that you know that this podcast is for you, let's get into a few facts about me. I was born and raised in Georgia, so that makes me an Atlanta Braves, Georgia Bulldogs, Atlanta Hawks, and an Atlanta Falcons fan. Well, occasionally Atlanta Falcons. If you know, you know. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with a major in mass communications and a concentration in sports journalism. Go Wolves. I realized earlier on that I enjoyed all sports because of the men in my family. They got together and they would have watch parties and they would cheer on their favorite teams, and the emotions that they had watching their teams play trickled down over to me. The disappointment they had when their team lost, the excitement they had when their team scored, it was just all an exciting feeling. And I knew then that I wanted to be in that field. Growing up, there wasn't a lot of women that I could look up to who was reporting about sports. There was a few, Pam Oliver, Erin Andrews. Those were women that was available for me to see, or those were women that were present for me to see and idolize back then, which made me want to pursue this career. And this is why I decided to start my sports podcast. Because as a woman, I start noticing that when women talk sports, the conversation is a little different. You're either overtalked, dismissed, or asked to over explain everything just to be believed. Meanwhile, I know more about sports than some men. I just didn't see enough spaces where women could talk sports freely without having to prove themselves first. That's where the name Bro, I Know Sports comes from. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. It's the understanding that I don't need to argue my right to be here. This podcast is not about me fitting in, it's about me showing up informed, prepared, and being unapologetic. What you can expect on this podcast is raw reactions, unfiltered opinions, sports highlights, wags, fashion, and everything that's involved in the sports culture. We will be discussing it and talking about it. This isn't just a recap podcast, it's a conversation. Some weeks you may agree with me, some weeks you may not. And that's perfectly fine. This is what sports is about. It's debatable. This podcast is bigger than just me. It's about creating space, it's about representation. I want this to be a platform where sports fans can come to feel seen, heard, and are confident in what they know. Just real. So if you love sports with personality, honest opinions, and real conversations, then you're in the right place. Welcome to Bro, I Know Sports. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your host and teammate, Chelsea, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, teammates.